Hello everybody, good afternoon, good evening, not good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Belgium against Italy in the Euros quarter-final, which I believe is being played in Munich. Germany are getting some Euros football. Not from the national team, it's coming home. But hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We've just watched Switzerland get knocked out by the Czech Republic. Not the Czech Republic, the Spanish Republic, not the Spanish Republic, Spain. Well done, Switzerland. I thought they were fantastic in that tournament, and I certainly thought that Sommer was as well. Unfortunately, it's not to be. It's not to be for Switzerland. They are out, and Spain go through. How are we all doing anyway? Very, very excited for this game, as I'm sure many of you are as well. Looking forward to it. Belgium against Italy. I'm actually gonna. I don't know what's your score predictions for this game, because I'm actually gonna change where I was with this. I think that actually my initial thought was that this would be going to penalties. But I think because the Sweden game has gone to penalties, I'm actually thinking that maybe, not Switzerland, Switzerland games went to penalties. Maybe this game might be a little bit different. Maybe this game might actually not be the tight affair we were thinking it's going to be. Maybe this game is going to be the game where it's not tight. Maybe this is going to be the game where it's... quite interesting. So yeah, I'm intrigued with what might be happening here. Let's have a look. So I'm going to go. I want Italy to win this. Obviously, the Italian roots in me wants Italy to win this. I really hope that they do. But look, Belgium, I thought shithoused their way to the final into this game against Portugal, who were naive. I think Italy probably have got more about them. So I'm going to go with an Italy win 2-0. But Belgium, you know what? We've not gone through the team news yet, so let's go through that. But Belgium could well fancy their chances tonight. They're ranked number 1 in the world, which it is what it is. They are number 1 in the world, I suppose. Nothing can change that. But I've not been that impressed with Belgium, although in the group stage they were quite good. So let's go through the team news. Courtois, Alderweireld, Vermeulen and Vertonghen. So he's gone with the old back three again. Meunier and... who's playing at the left as the left wing back? Torgan Hazard, Witsel and Tielemans, and then Doku, De Bruyne and Lukaku. Hazard not even fit enough for the bench, which is interesting that De Bruyne starts. I thought his injury looked more significant. Eden Hazard not even fit enough to be on the bench for today's game. So that's a big loss for them. Donnarumma, De Lorenzo, Bonucci, Chiellini is back, and Spinazzola. So it's a very strong Italian back four. Barella, Jorginho and Verratti, no Locatelli, Chiesa, Immobile and Insigne. So Chiesa comes in, Berardi goes to the bench, Locatelli is on the bench, Verratti, Jorginho and Barella as the midfield three. So intriguing selections there from both sides with no Hazard in the side for Belgium, not even on the bench, and Locatelli and Berardi on the bench themselves. But not sure what the capacity is for this game in Germany, but definitely not full capacity. Lineup says it all. Okay. Can I just draw your attention to Spond? Please do download it. I know they've sponsored a few of our watch-alongs. Big shout out to Spond. If you don't know what Spond is, effectively it is a... Spond. Basically, it's for it's an organising app. So if you play football or anything like that, and you want to message all your mates to play a match on a Monday night, and you message them on a Saturday night, and a few people reply, and then a few people saying, "Well, should Grealish start for England?" This Spond is an app. It's free to download where you can organise. Get all your replies into the same place. You can send pictures. You can do messages. Absolutely fantastic. You can organise anything. All you got to do is download the link in the video description using the link and set up the event using their fully customisable event. Sweet. Send the link to your mates and then sit back and wait for them to accept. As I say, it's completely free. Over 1 million people are using this now. And well worth a try. I'm using it for my football things. I think you can use it for other things that you're organising as well. So links in the video description. Thanks to Spawn for supporting the show. Let's get back to the football. So we're about to kick off here, and I haven't even got my timer ready because I'm not actually used to using a timer on a watch along. So let's have a look. Get my timer up, for God's sake. Where is it? Come on. I might just be able to do this on time. Why is the ref not kicking off? It's like I think the ref's waiting for me. They take the knee. Oh, I really hope Belgium get knocked out. I really do. And we're off. We're up and running. There we go. Let me get the timer up on the screen for you. And we'll remove that as well. There we go. Timer. Good. We're good to go. How are we all doing anyway? Hope you're all good. Shamoni. Yeah, so I think that the Belgium Portugal game, what a goal it was by Torgan Hazard, but I felt Belgium were very disappointing in that game. De Bruyne apparently didn't train all week, but looks up for it. Massive player for Belgium. Obviously, really wants to be involved. But yeah, I don't think that they played particularly well against Portugal. Lukaku! Donnarumma, that speed off the line from Donnarumma there. Lukaku had spun his man. He spun his man there. And Italy, just a bit of a slow start here from Italy. Maybe, well, look, Italy went to extra time with Austria, didn't they? So, we're saying Italy are a good side. We might be looking at the team. I mean, look, I'm looking at Spain. I'm not massively impressed with Spain. Thinking about maybe England winning this tournament. It's coming home. Let's see what these two teams can do. Nice ball over the top there. I think Chiesa looked offside to me, but he keeps it on. Good start to this game, and he wins a corner. No, he's giving a goal kick. He's giving a goal kick. Scooby-Doo. Evening, everyone. So Sally Devil Red 7, you're very welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go 2-0 to Italy. Yeah, it was a goal kick, to be fair. Corner to Belgium here. De Bruyne. What a fast start to the game we've got here. It could be fantastic. Very fast pace to the start. I hope this continues. Only 2 minutes in and we've had a really fast start to this game. Dean says, I think whoever wins this will put Spain out. I love blocking people. I've learnt over the years that when you see a nasty troll in the chat, you don't acknowledge them, you just get rid of them. It's quite empowering, actually. Mark, have you ever been to Italy? Oh, yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes. CC. Yes. But Belgium have started off quite well in this game. Italy need to up the pace. This is why I would like to see England playing Italy, because I think that the Italian pace of the game is really very slow compared to like the Premier League. So, and they won't know much about the Premier League. Mark, I'm going to vacation on Monday. Can you wish me luck, mate? And how's Seb, mate? Says Eddie. Lukaku's in again over the bar. I tell you what, he was offside anyway. He's very well, mate. Thanks, Eddie. And why do you want luck when you're going on vacation? Just have a good time. You don't need luck on your vacation unless you're single and you're looking to mingle. In which case, I wish you luck. Make sure you behave and act responsibly. Natal says it looks like Italy are going to lose. Yeah, there's a big gap. Look at Italy. There's a big gap between their attack and their midfield. Belgium looking to press high up the pitch here. They just looks to me. It just looks like there's a lot more Belgian players on the pitch than Italian players. They just look bigger and more imposing at the moment. Maybe it's the red against white, but it looks quite an imposing task for Italy at the moment. Nice ball into the back. Chiesa won't keep that on. He did actually. Smazzy says, did you know that Courtois and De Bruyne don't talk to each other? I didn't. And Cleland says, winner of the game wins the Euros. Mate, well, I can't see England on that pitch. I suppose the Italian team is quite small, isn't it? I mean, Insigne's small, Verratti's small. Jorginho's not particularly big, I don't think. I don't think Barella's that big. Physicality could be key if they can win set pieces, although Chiellini and Bonucci are very good. Front post there. Belgium definitely started off the more exciting team here. Give them some kudos. They've started off really good. Mark Pugh also says Spain will be beaten comfortably by the winners of this side. Oh, Belgium are looking the threat. I mean, Craig was saying that he fancies Belgium to win it all, and they've started off this game very well, Belgium. Love from Bangladesh, says Capita. Thank you, pal. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much to Spond. It was a quick start to the show, but make sure you give it a download. It's free to do it. The organising app Spond that you can use. I will be telling you a little bit more about it at half time, but thank you very much to them. It was a quick start to the show. Literally a couple of minutes before kickoff we went live because the Switzerland game carried on. I do think this has got the potential to go to extra time, this game. I mean, every game's got the potential to go to extra time, but this is two teams that are very close in ability. Italy has the best cars. Italy need to settle here. They've started off quite slow. I think Belgium just look, and they are, more physical and domineering, you know? Who plays first tomorrow? Yes, it's Denmark against Czech Republic tomorrow first, which actually I'd rather that. I don't like England playing the first game of the day. If England win every game, they'll play at 8 o'clock now, which is good. The thing is, you get Billy Big Bollocks, don't you? You get all really confident before the game. I mean, I said, look, you know, Ukraine, easy win, etc. And I do think we should win. But of course, as you get closer to the game, the mind starts to play tricks. German refs tomorrow as well, says Titvu. I know what you mean with Italy, Mark. I'm half Spanish, but I don't have any loyalty to the national team. However, it's nice to see them progress. I was born in England, so they're my main team, said Jamie. Swiss deserve better. Hey, I don't think the Swiss can have any complaints. Their penalties were shite. 3 of their penalties were atrocious. If you take penalties like that, you deserve to go out. Sommer didn't deserve to go out, and Michael Oliver made a bad mistake. But Jeffrey asking about Hazard, is he injured? Yeah, well, I don't know what Hazard did. Did he do his hamstring? I don't know whether Hazard would be back for the semi-final if they win. I mean, De Bruyne playing is a big plus for them because I thought his ankle injury looked quite bad, but obviously he's able to play. He's probably had pain-killing injections, although he's moving quite freely at the moment. Italy having a bit of possession here, which is important. Hamstring, says Sally, for Hazard, so he'd probably not be back then, will he? He'd probably be out. De Bruyne's got a problem with his ankle, hasn't he? But he's obviously playing. Noah Williams says, love from South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. Did we establish if heaven is a place in Switzerland? Because on Sommer's Wikipedia page, it says he was born in heaven. Which would be pretty cool if it's actually a place. Girish is worried about the England match. Don't worry, mate. It's coming home. Lovely little flick there by Barella. Italy just starting to get a bit of possession here. Oh, for fuck's sake. What's that? Immobile. I tell you what, I don't know why in this game, here's a good point for you. Why can't Italy be in blue? Why can't blue play red? Classic Sabutio. You get a blue team and a red team. Why can't blue play red? Hey, yes, heaven is a place in Switzerland, apparently. Oh, it's a joke. All right. Jeffrey Chim, you're right. Belinda Carlisle did say heaven is a place on earth, so that's probably where he was born. Yeah, here's, here we go. Tillemans, nice ball out wide. Kept in by Mounier. And they win a corner. Felt Ollie was the man before the man. If he is letting David go for Dean, then won't be shocked if he asks for a new goalkeeper next year. That's sack-worthy, says Srin Vasin. Is that established? Have we heard about that? I don't know. I haven't looked at any United news because I've been watching the Euros. I'll have a look in a bit. There is a 10 o'clock show on the United Stand where we'll be updating you with all the news, by the way. Do I think Sancho will get any minutes? No. I don't think. I said before the tournament I didn't think he'd get more than half an hour across the whole tournament. And at the moment, I'm well on form to be right. Need Fred to put in a Manchester United performance tonight so Chile can beat Brazil, says Jeffrey. Where are they at in the Copa America, Jeffrey? Have they got to the group stage yet? Or have they got out of the group stage? Percent club on Varane, 55%. I'm moving up. Yeah, I think Belgium look like the dominant force here at the moment. It's quarterfinals in the Copa America. Okay. Who's playing who then? Brazil against Chile? What was that player that used to play for Chile who was quite good, the striker? He played in Italy as well. Was it Salas? Oh, free kick here. Good Chilean players. Does Sanchez still play for Chile? No, not Sanchez. They used to have a striker who played in Italy. I think his name was Salas. I think he might have played for Lazio. You might be talking 10 years ago. Zamorano, yeah, that was it. Silas or something, yeah. Cross for Italy, comes in. It's a goal! It's a goal for Italy! Vavavoom! No, that's French. Golazzo! Bielsa! Bonucci! Lasagna! It's in! It's a goal for Italy! Cialini 1-0. Come on! Italy are up in front. That's what we want. Golazzo! Come on! They've not started off very well. But they are in front. And that's what it's all about. The Italians lead 1-0. I don't know that there's going to be any reference to anything. Oh, he's miles off. He's bloody miles off. What are you celebrating for, you bloody prat? That's not a goal. He's offside. He's miles off. Absolutely miles off. Bollocks. Bollocks. The goal, we needed a goal. An Italian goal would have been very nice as well. But Italy coming into the game a little bit more now, which is good. Lots of space. I tell you what, one thing I would say about the game is that it's very open. Lots of space in the game, which is good. It was offside. It's 0-0, yeah. Bam bam Americano. Dun, 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 dun. Would I take Chiesa at United pre-Sancho? Well, it's hard to say now when you've got Sancho, isn't it? You know. Imagine thinking Italy are going to win, says Jay. We'll come back to you a little bit later, Jay. But it's 1-0. It's 0-0. It's not 1-0. 15 minutes. Good start to the game. Quite open. They need to get rid of these crap crowd games, don't they? Why can't they just play it all in Hungary? That's what they should have done. Dream final. Well, England are either going to play Belgium, Switzerland, Belgium, Spain, or Italy now. So it's going to be. There's no. I would have liked Switzerland to be fair, but probably Spain. I think Spain don't look that good. Jeffrey says, yeah, Sanchez and Vidal still playing for Chile. As a United Chile fan, it was hard watching him do so bad for United. Still a class player though, says Jeffrey. Good play here. Oh, could have been a chance. Oh, Insigne's bottled the tackle there. Vermaelen's still got it. Cross to the back post. Headed away by Chiellini. Here's De Bruyne. He's going to hit it. Oh, good block. That'll be another throw-in. I can see some goals being in this game. And to me, I still think Belgium are looking the better side. If you could take one Italian for United, who would you take? Says Stuart Bates. One Italian for United. Who would I take? Well, I wouldn't take any of the centre-backs, to be fair. I think Italian centre-backs don't tend to travel well into the Premier League. I'll probably take one of their midfielders, maybe Verratti, Locatelli. I think Jorginho would do a good job at United, to be fair. It's been a good game, Olaf, I agree. Very good game. Very good fast pace to the start of the game as well, which is good to see. Italy coming away with it down the left-hand side. Spinazzola, I think he's been my player of the tournament so far. Let's see what he can do tonight. Nice running down the right. Cross comes in. Cleared. Spinazzola here. That's nice moving around there. Locatelli or Bastoni, says Callum Stark. Somebody just said you're 5 seconds behind me, which is a bit annoying. Pause your fucking screen then, you knobhead. That's why we have the timer. It's for you to sink in. I mean, I can't do anything if I'm ahead of you, but if I'm behind you, that's why we have it. Because you know what happens when you stream? Sometimes YouTube puts a delay in, so you're never going to be second for second. That's the way it works. If Southgate gets the final, will you be back? Will you back him getting a new contract? I think he gets a new contract now anyway, mate. Yeah. Marshall says, what Spond? Download it. It's an organising event app. So if you play football or you're organising events or anything like that with your mates, it's like a really good sort of. It syncs in with your address book, and when you want to organise things, people have to, you send it out in a WhatsApp group, and you never know who's replied, and people move on to different topics. This is something that syncs in with your phone. syncs in with your contacts, so you can create an event, send it out to everyone, and when it comes back into you, you get notifications of who's replied and who's not replied. You can also message within it, send pictures within it. So really good if you've got sports teams or events to organise, or even if arranging a night out with the lads or the ladies. If you want something that's WhatsApp's great, but you can't really keep track of a conversation, can you? If you're organising things, though, that's what Spond is. It's used by over 1 million people and it's free to download, so check it out. That's got to be a yellow card as well. You can't not book him and then book Verratti. Bloody hell. Referee. That's a yellow card. How can you book Verratti for the one just before and then not book Tielemans for that? Twat. Oh, he has booked him. Fair play. Well done, ref. Sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. And is Italy on the attack? Interesting thing I'm just reading here that Manchester United only expect Cavani to play 60% of the games next season, which I think is probably about right. Jonathan Burhan says, Ramos to Arsenal. Wake up, mates. Jonathan, wake up. You are dribbling and dreaming. You are dreaming, mates. You are absolutely dreaming. When are you playing FIFA again? I played it this afternoon, the Football Company, Goldbridge TV. 3v3 here. De Bruyne, 3v3. Oh, De Bruyne. What a save by Donnarumma. What a shot by De Bruyne. You can't fault either there. Great goalkeeping. Great play by De Bruyne. Lovely stuff. Also seeing that CC Ekner says that United mean business for Varane. Courtois slept with De Bruyne's girlfriend years ago, says Jeffrey. Well, you know what? I can understand why De Bruyne wouldn't talk to him. He's a good goalkeeper, Donnarumma, I think the further we go into this tournament, the more you're going to see what a good goalkeeper Donnarumma is. Because he's not really been tested so far. Terrible cross. Terrible. Mohammed says, who do you think is going to win the tournament if England don't? What are you on about? It's coming home. It was Bonucci who scored the goal as well. I thought it was Chiellini. Nearly 10,000 watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. The game has started to settle down a bit, but there's a lot of space in this game. I think Belgium look a lot better than they did against Portugal as well. I thought against Portugal they looked really poor. They've looked very good as an attacking team today. Verratti into Immobile, who's just not able to hold the ball up at the moment. He's looked very rusty, Immobile. Italy... there's obviously a difference in gulf of class when you're playing Wales and Austria. It's a much harder game. Good play by Spinazzola. Lukaku, what a handful he is. What a handful Lukaku is. Wanted a free kick there, not going to get it. Maybe chase the ball down, mate. Look at him walking away from the ball. Demanding a free kick. I'd be fuming if that was my striker. Get on with it. Spinazzola. Immobile. Oh, lovely. I tell you what, De Bruyne don't look injured to me. He looks absolutely world class tonight. Here's Lukaku on the right hand side. He'll get a shot here. Lovely shot. Donnarumma put out for a corner. I tell you what, Belgium, I've got to say, they're countering well. De Bruyne looks absolutely on it tonight. Absolutely on it. And Lukaku with the shot into the corner. Thank you, Mark, for your Euro coverage, and congrats from a Chelsea fan for your Twitter verification. Well deserved, says Stephen. Thank you very much, Stephen, for the super chat. Appreciate that. They look dangerous, Belgium. They look the better team so far. Not impressed with Italy. Players dive because don't get rewarded for being strong on the ball. Lukaku is an example of this. Always foul, but never gets the foul. That's from Mr. Majax. Right, Italy's turn to break. Spinazzola. Chiesa wants it down the line. Oh, why didn't he play it down the line? Now he gets it down the line. Chiesa. Into the box. Lots of Belgian players back. Oh, deflected into Courtois' hands. I tell you what, there's a lot going on the break. It's a good game. Lots of space. Lots of breaks. Move it wide. Come on. Chiesa. Verratti. Chiesa. Good block. Good play. I'm enjoying this game. There's a lot going on. Who would I rather play in the final? Belgium or England? Says Alex the Lion. I'd rather play Italy. I think there's a lot to be said to not play. You know, Belgium have got so many Premier League players or players that have played in the Premier League. Good shot by Insigne. It's a bit too high. Yeah, if you look at that Belgium team, Courtois has played Premier League football. Alderweireld still does. Vertonghen spent a lot of his career there. Vermaelen played there. Tielemans does play there. Obviously, De Bruyne is playing there. Lukaku spent a lot of his career there. Look at the Italian team. Nobody apart from Jorginho. So, yeah, I would rather England played Italy, because I don't think they'd be. Oh, look at Italy tonight. I think we're seeing exactly why I'd fancy England against Italy, because the pace of the game is causing Italy problems. The intensity of the Belgian players is just on a different level here. I didn't say all the I mean, there's always a prat in the chat, isn't there? Witsel doesn't play in the Premier League. I mean, literally, I can't. It's not my fault he doesn't. What I'm saying is a lot of the Italians do. A lot of the Belgians do. There's always one. Make sure you smash a like on the video and share the video if you're watching. We were a little bit late on the others, but we've got nearly 10,000 watching, which is fantastic. Smash a like and share if you're watching. You're part of That's Football. Everybody's welcome on here. Let's see if we can get over 10,000 watching. We will be live tomorrow night with the... I can give you a little glimpse of how it works for the England games. Not that. That's my little box. We'll have the fan park there. It's back again tomorrow, the Paddy Power Fan Park in London, if you're heading down there. And we'll have the screen up as well, which I really enjoy for the England games, of course. Immobile does well there. Go wide, go wide. Here we go. Chiesa stands his man up. Lovely. I like Chiesa. Good shot. Ooh, and he gets it back again. Still Chiesa. Needs the pass. Pass to Spinazzola. There it is. Spinazzola wins the corner. Well done. Well done, Spinazzola. He wins the corner. It's going to take something special to beat these keepers, says John Cahill. I think you're probably right, John. I think you're right. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're on the road to 500,000 now. We've hit 450k. That's Football, the channel for everybody to get involved. You're very welcome. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're coming up to a half an hour into this game. I've enjoyed it. For a 0-0, I've actually enjoyed it. The pace of the game has been good. You hope that this pace and tempo keeps going, because the longer this keeps going, the more tired teams will get, the more space there is. It's a corner to Italy. In it comes, front post cleared away. How have UEFA allowed Michael Oliver to officiate a quarter-final game? Something horrible was bound to happen with him in the centre circle. Yeah, well, I joked earlier on Twitter, I half expected him to run and jump on top of the Spanish pylon when they won, because he had a massive part to play. Michael Olivero, the man of the match for Spain. What's the goldometer saying, Druv? Oh, I tell you what, the goldometer is saying I'm probably 60% Belgium are going to score the first goal. They've looked very good. But I also do think, and I don't watch enough of international football anyway, but I do think Belgium are a little bit of a counter-attacking side. Is that fair to say? They definitely played that way against Portugal. Oh, Immobile's gone down there. I don't know whether the ref will have a look at it. Chiesa! Goal! What a goal! What a goal! Chiesa! It's not Chiesa, it's Barella! Barella! What a goal! There may have been a bit of a penalty incident in it, but it's a goal now for Italy. We thought we might be getting a penalty review on Immobile, but what a goal by Barella. Magnificent. What a hit. He's fought his way through. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic by Barella. That's why I thought it was Chiesa. Watch this back. Ball into Immobile. He went down looking for a penalty. I don't know. He might have got it, you know. He might have got it. Vermaelen tried to play his way out, and then Barella just skips his way through, and bang, bottom corner. Get in. Lovely goal. I wonder, actually, you know, that might have ended up. What a finish! I mean, you said it's going to take something special to beat Courtois. Watch the accuracy on that. It's in off the post. No keeper saving that. Barella, absolutely magnificent goal. It's 1-0 to Italy, and I've got the goldometer's been sat down by Barella. It's such a good goal. That's how you beat a world-class goalkeeper. You put it in like that. Magnificent hit by Barella. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm glad that Italy have scored first, actually, because I think Belgium are a little bit, as we saw against Portugal, they're a counter-attacking team. But I don't think that'll be the only goal in the game. What a hit. What a goal. Barella. You can stand under my umbrella, Ella. Absolute finish. The finish reminds me of me. As soon as he hit that, I thought that is how I would hit it. We've got a German ref tomorrow, says Scott. Fine, I ain't bothered. People worry about referees, but does it really matter in a game against the Ukraine? If a referee's going to do us dirty, how's he going to do that when we're going to hopefully have most of the attack and they're not going to have any chances anyway? Typical Italian diving in the box. Well, we never got to see a replay of that to see if it would have been a penalty. I suspect it might have been a penalty, but we'll never get to see it. Bronze generation Belgium, Mark, says James Rose. I think Belgium have started off very well in this game, and De Bruyne looks absolutely on it. If they can get De Bruyne on the ball, Lukaku's obviously a handful. I don't think that Italy will be able to... Bloody hell! Massive deflection off Jorginho there, who was well away from the penalty box. It nearly went in the bottom corner. It goes for a corner. My score prediction was 2-0 to Italy, but I didn't expect Belgium to play like they have. They've been very good. Corner here. They have got a distinct height advantage, the Belgians. They've got more tall players. Headed away, but they haven't got Chiellini and Bonucci. I wonder if Kevin De Bruyne has got 90 minutes in him, says Paul. Well, he might need longer than 90 minutes, you know. As we've seen with Belgium, though, they can come from behind. They did it against Denmark. Denmark were fantastic against them in that first half in the group stage, and Belgium still had the quality to come back. I wasn't rooting against Italy, Jeffrey. I want Italy to win for obvious reasons, but I thought Belgium looked like they had the momentum. Lovely spin. I tell you what, Italy are starting to get into this game now. They're starting to... They've settled. They've definitely settled. Lovely ball. What a ball to Spinazzola. Little flick back into Insigne. They are starting to cause Belgium problems now, Italy. They're starting to get into their groove. They're starting to look like the... Oh, what was he doing there? They're starting to look like the Italy of the group stage. Lukaku, fantastic. Morphin says Belgium are the international Burnley. It's coming home, Mark, says shall win. I hope so. I don't think Man United made a mistake by letting Lukaku go. No, I think Lukaku's a fantastic striker, but I just think he suits a certain system. I think if you want to... I mean, look at the way Belgium set up. They look to counter and use his pace and power on the break. I don't think Lukaku in a team where you're looking to build up the play and, you know, imagine Lukaku playing for Man City. Pep would pull him up while he's already got no hair, but he'd pull his hair out. What derates England's chances against Italy in the semi-final, Mark, says Kurt Hughes. England have got no chance against Italy in the semi-final, Kurt. Absolutely no chance. No chance, because we can't play them in the semi-final. We can only play them in the final. So funny that I was reading about Barella before he scored. If Pogba leaves United, should definitely be looking at him, says Bradley. They won't sell him, though. He's at Inter, isn't he? They won't sell him. Italy are starting to get a bit of momentum here. That's poor. That's poor. Yeah, so I don't regret Manchester United selling Lukaku. No. You're doing a watch-along for Derby County versus Manchester United on the 18th of July, says Jordan. Yeah, we'll do all the pre-season games as usual. I'm a little bit sad, actually. I always used to like it's a couple of years now. I always used to love it when United went on tour to America, because I used to like getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and watch us playing, you know, LA Galaxy or AC Milan or something. Italians looking good on the ball, says David. Yeah, they're just settling into it. I think Belgium will score. I think they've got too much quality, and I think they'll open up a little bit more. And Italy will sit back. It's their natural way. England, Italy in the final. Well, if England get to the final, and they should get to the final, then they're going to be playing a good team, aren't they? I mean, Belgium are a good team, Italy are a good team, and, you know, Spain are a good team. I'd rather play Spain, but I think the finalists and potentially the winners come from this game. I don't see why England are favourites, just because how can England be favourites when they've never been in a final of a major tournament since 1966? You know, how can you be favourites for a tournament? Oh, because you're playing at Wembley. Bullshit. You can't be favourites just because you're playing at bloody Wembley in the final. Like, I'd say Italy would be the favourites, or Spain, because they've won tournaments. They know how to win them. England's, you know, like a virgin in a pawn shop, aren't they? They've never, you know, they might talk the talk, but have they actually done it before? 30 seconds. I tell you what, this half's flown by though, hasn't it? Witsel, Alderweireld thought about hitting it. Goes wide. De Bruyne, good play by De Bruyne, good tackle, and he's won it well. Thanks. Right. Cleared away. Insigne, get rid of it, mates. Get rid of it. Next goal's key. I mean, I saw somebody in the chat there saying, "Oh, I hope Belgium score the next goal because it'll make it more interesting." I get that. I understand that. Can I just say I hope Italy score the next goal and the next goal and the next goal, because I want Italy to win. But no, I think 2-0's not over in this game, is it? What do I think of Doku? I don't know. I get confused. This is the one that Liverpool want, isn't it? Liverpool want this one, and Daka has gone to Leicester. Have you ever thought about doing more regular transfer roundups on this channel, says Joshua? Yeah, we do. Well, we do transfer roundups on this channel, but it's just all about the Euros at the moment, isn't it? We're talking about Grealish at the start of the week. We spoke about Konate when he went to Liverpool. So we will talk about any of the big transfers that happen on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and get involved. I'd love an Italy-England final. You know, my real surname is Italian and I'm English, so I would love to see that. But it's one of those things where you don't know whether you want to see it, isn't it? You know, an Italy-England final for me would be the two international clubs I support the most. But then again, just because you like both things doesn't mean you want to see it happen. I mean, somebody said to me today, you know, wanting Italy to play England sounds great for you, but it could be like watching your girlfriend get off with your best mate. You know, you like both, but you don't ever want to see them together. Or your boyfriend get off with your best mate, whatever works. When Mark is doing Watchalong alone, I enjoy it more, says Marion. Thank you very much. And if you had to choose out of the Belgians, who would you pick? Well, De Bruyne is the best player they've got. You know, De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world. But it is an interesting... it's an interesting tactical battle. I felt for the first 10 minutes, Belgium looked like they were the dominant force. But Italy have been very adaptive. I mean, you look at them there, they're like a 4-2-4 with Verratti and Jorginho. When they get the ball, Spinazzola is still pushing up as a left winger. So Italy's tactics are very manoeuvrable, as we've seen throughout this tournament. Belgium, I mean, look, fair play. Vermaelen, Alderweireld and Vertonghen as a back three just shows you how international football is not what it was. Not what it was. It's not, you know, if that was a back three in the Premier League, I'd be terrified. But international football is slower. It's definitely slower. Ahmed's got an exam tomorrow. What, on a Saturday? Jaden says, "Do you think England will win the Euros?" It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. This is coming home. I mean, look, I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm just enjoying the ride with England. At the end of the day, you know, we've never won anything in my life. And look, United not winning anything significant for 9 years feels like forever. But at least I've sat on a beach. They're not, you know, in the early hours when United have won a treble and just soaked it up. With England, I've never had it. So I don't even know what it would feel like to do it. But, you know, hopefully. Oh, why didn't he score? Why didn't he score? Greedy shit, Immobile there. What is he doing? That's greed, that is. That's pure greed. Why has he not done that? That is a disgrace from Immobile. First of all, he should have scored. Then he should have passed. And he keeps it on himself. That's really selfish. Lovely cross. I don't know who put the cross in, but it was fantastic. Top 5 fullbacks in the world currently for half-time, Mark. Hey, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll take up that challenge. Have we not done it before? Oh, it's true! It's true! It's Golazzo! It's Insigne! It's a goal right before half-time, and the Italians have put the Belgians in the mud. Golazzo! Courtois is beaten again. Insigne! He smiles and grunts into the camera because he knows what a massive goal this is. And Vermaelen looks like the weak link, and Martinez looks like the Wigan manager he always was, and Lukaku looks to the skies. It's looking like Italy. I said 2-0. Watch this by Insigne. Skips past one. Oh, it's going to be... What a goal. What a goal. What a goal. Skips past one. Oh, that's magnificent. 2 fantastic finishers. What quality. What quality that is. That's one of the goals of the tournament, that is. And Courtois can't get near it again. Absolute quality from Italy. They started off a little bit slow. Belgium felt they had a chance. I wonder if that was part of the tactics of Mancini to do that. Goldometer's in the mud. It is in the mud. I'm glad it's in the mud. It's 2-0 to Italy, and we're only just about to hit half-time. Absolutely brilliant by Insigne. And you wonder whether De Bruyne's ankle's starting to hurt a little bit more now. Just after the selfishness of Immobile as well, where they could have made it 2-0 anyway. And Insigne just puts absolutely... Hold on. He might get a penalty. He's given it! He's given a penalty to Belgium! He's given a penalty to Belgium! I've said it twice. They won't get two. He's given a penalty to Belgium. Doku, this is a cat amongst the pigeons. Let's have a look. No, that's not a penalty for me. VAR is going to have a look at that. I don't see where the connection is. That is not a penalty for me. No. No, never a penalty. It's a total dive. Never a penalty. He doesn't make any contact apart from a shoulder barge. If that's a penalty, the game is gone. Never a penalty. Never in a million years. Are they going to review it on VAR? Never a penalty, that. I think he's going to go straight away and give it. He's giving it. Oh my God. The game's getting worse. It's getting even worse. The game is gone. Like, literally, we've just got to totally and utterly revamp what we think of football, because it's gone. Like, it's gone. Absolutely gone. You're getting red cards for tackles, and now you're getting penalties for shoulder barges. I mean, we've been warned already with Mbappe, haven't we? Lukaku scores 2-1. Well, it opens up the game, doesn't it? But never a penalty for me. Never in a million years. If I was Italy, I'd be diving like a fish in the second half, because that's a joke. Absolute joke. The second one today, the second one of the tournament, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous penalty. Watch it back here. Look, look what happens. Bit of a shoulder barge. Never. Never in a million years is that a penalty. You're a Belgian supporter if you think it is. Bullshit. Absolute shite. It's Stonewall penalty my arse. I've seen wetter than a butterfly's fart who's been swimming in a pond. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. And it's not the first time. Not the first time. Half time. I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame, because I think these Euros have been fantastic. And unfortunately, we're going to hit a day where it's now all about shit decisions. We've seen a red card by Michael Oliver that was never a red card. And now we're seeing penalties for things like that. Maybe the German referees tomorrow might be something. But, you know, Italy's kit is so good. Never a penalty. Look. On the penalty, can I just say, you can make your own mind up. What I think doesn't really matter. I know I've got a blue tick on Twitter now, but it doesn't mean my opinions are better than yours. That's a joke, by the way. It's sarcasm if you don't understand it, if it doesn't exist in your country. But look, basically, he goes past the player. The player uses his shoulder to give him a bit of a nudge, which is allowed, and then he jumps like he's bloody Tom Daley. Never a penalty for me. I think it's a shocking decision, and I think it's back up there with the likes of... the red card today. So yeah, I just think it's back. It's not a back push though, is it? It's into his side. It's a harsh, soft penalty. But what I would say is the penalty's been given, and anybody who's saying it is a penalty, they're adapting to the new world quicker than we are. You know, the world I want is the world where I know what football is. I don't know what football is anymore. I don't know what a handball is. I don't know what a red card is. I don't know what a tackle is. I don't know what a foul in the box is anymore, because what we're seeing is in the Premier League, and now what we're seeing in the Euros, is that we've never had any highlights or rule change as to what fouls are. They're just making tackles into red cards. They're making, you know, shoulder barges into penalties. I mean, look at the Mbappe one in the game against Portugal. There's just we just don't know what's happening to the game. So this is why you'll get people saying it's a clear penalty, and that's why you'll get people saying the game is gone, because there is no clarity on it. It just basically is, that's a penalty, and then they check it on VAR and go, yes, you're right. So the referee and the VAR people, they know what the rules are. Do they want to let the fans know what the rules are? Because I don't know why Wales got a red card the other day. I don't know why Michael Oliver gave a red card today. I don't know why Mbappe got a penalty. I don't know why that's a penalty, because we've not had any clear guidance as to a change in the way that football is. We had a load of red cards in the Premier League last season for things that shouldn't have been. We had a load of handballs that weren't given. I just think the game's totally and utterly rewriting the rules, but not actually letting the most important people know. And I don't want to be sat here talking about silly decisions like that. Give us the clarity. Don't be cowards. Instead of, in your own little club, that's a penalty, and everyone's going, that's not. They'll surely overrule it. And then VAR goes, yeah, it is. And then we're like, well, all right, it is. But since when? Since when are we giving penalties for things like that? So anyway, it makes the game good. It's 2-1. Hopefully Belgium get knocked out for being cheats, because I thought that was a complete and utter dive. Mark, if you remember the United versus PSG match, Twansebi won the ball against Mbappe in the same way. It was a clean tackle, then double standards. I just don't understand it, Pritesh. That's the thing for me. I just don't understand it. Anyway, look, we're sponsored by Spond. I must get this in because at the start of the video it was a bit fast. With Spond, you can organise anything, for instance, a football game. All you have to do is download the Spond app using the link in the description, set up the event using the fully customisable suite, and send the link to your mates, and then sit back and wait for them to accept. So if you are sort of organising an event, whether it's a night out or football, Spond is completely free to download. Over 1 million people have downloaded it and are using it. So if you're playing a game of football with your mates on a Monday night and you send out the invite on a Saturday on WhatsApp, you'll get a few people will reply, and then you'll get a few people talking about what they did on the Saturday night. So this Spond will sync in with your contact book, and you can create your event. You send it out to all the people that you're playing football with or whatever you're going out with. And then you'll get replies from everybody, and you'll know who hasn't. You can send reminders, you can send pictures, you can send messages. As a further, one amazing element I've just discovered on Spond is the Guardian feature that allows me or my wife to answer on behalf of our kids and keep tracking of all their upcoming events and training sessions. The app is even smart enough to alert me when Mrs. Goldbridge has made a change to the event, so I have no excuse for turning up at the wrong time anymore. So thanks to Spond for that. Seriously though, the Guardians feature is amazing. It makes it super easy for me, my partner, the coach, and any other Guardians to keep across what is happening at our kids' events. It's just one of those things that makes all our lives a little bit easier. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description below and join 1 million other coaches, teams, and other awesome people using this really cool free app to save hours organise all of their event needs. Thanks again to Spond for supporting the show. Now let's get back to the football. So look, controversy reigns again. Yes. I think it makes it very interesting in the second half. 2-1 is 1-0. It is interesting to see how this will work out. I think we need to move on from the penalty. The penalty's happened. They've scored it. It's 2-1. I've said what I want to say. You've all said clear penalty or not a penalty. I think, to be honest with you, all I would ever say about this sort of thing is that, it's coming to a club near you next season. So next season, when your right back shoulder barges the left winger and he jumps like Tom Daly and it's a penalty, I hope you have this voice in your head. I told you so. It's all fine and well when it's for your team, but when it happens against you, you'll go, the game's gone. So, you live with it. You live with that. That's all I would say. The problem with VAR is that it is set up to justify refereeing decisions. Well, everything you want, you've probably just made the best comment so far, because one thing we do forget is that when it comes to penalties, it's only overruled if it's a clear and obvious error, which I think is a rule that needs to be changed. If you make an error, then they should change it. A clear and obvious error would be, I think basically if the penalty is not given, then there's no way VAR would look. Basically, the best way for me to explain this, and it's nothing to do with the penalty. I think we need to move on from that. The best way for me to explain this is to use that penalty and say this: if the referee doesn't give that penalty, it would not be VAR reviewed. They would just go, that was soft, it's not a penalty. So if the ref doesn't give that penalty on Doku there, There's no way VAR would say you need to have a look at it. They just go, no, it was soft, right? But because he gives the penalty, VAR won't overrule it. So how can you have a system where if the ref doesn't give it, VAR wouldn't be in his ear, but if he does give it, they'll say, yeah, it is. That's not. I think they need to change the rule. They shouldn't have the clear and obvious. We'll only overturn it if it's clear and obvious. The referee is a human being. If he sees a penalty and goes, I think that's a penalty, he should be given the opportunity, if it's a soft one, by VAR to say, you might want to have a look at it. But they won't do it unless it's clear and obvious. So that's the best way of explaining about it. But look, on a whole as the half, I think that Italy scored 2 fantastic goals, and I think Belgium started the game off really well. I actually thought Belgium would score first. They started off really well in the first 10 minutes. Then Italy took control, and then Belgium have gone and got a penalty right before half-time. So I think on the balance of the game, 2-1 is about right. I think there's more goals in this game. I wonder how long Kevin De Bruyne is going to last. That's what I find interesting. How long is Kevin De Bruyne going to last? Because we know he's got an injury. Hi, Mark. Congratulations on getting verified. What do you think of Donnarumma? World class. Love the content. Lots of love from South Africa, says Christopher. Look, I've known about Donnarumma for a long time. I think we all have. And I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I think Courtois is a good goalkeeper. But I think if you've got what I would say is if you've got the finishing of what we saw from Insigne and Barella, no goalkeeper's going to save them. And I think to beat these quality goalkeepers, you're going to need to see some fantastic finishing like that. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. I am starting to block people in the chats. And you know why you're getting blocked, because you're just acting like twats. So, why are people saying that he pushed him from behind? I don't want to talk about the penalty anymore. Just move on. Everyone's got their decision. We've had the chat about it. Most of us think it's not a penalty. A few people think it is. And they will live with that next season when it happens to them. Rashford penalty against Istanbul, says Tariq. Don't know what you're talking about. Belgium defence is old and slow, says Sean Patterson. When a VAR reviews are done, they should show what VAR are looking at on a big screen on the ground. Make the ref watch his decision, says Motorser. I just think, in general, they need to move away from, we'll only overrule it if it's a clear and obvious error, because the referee only sees it once. So you're not actually using VAR for what it should be, which is making right decisions, not backing up your referee. And I think somebody said it this afternoon about the red card. I don't know whether you've all seen the red card that Michael Oliver gave. It was basically, oh my God, Craig has just scored. Just sent me his bet. A penalty scored in the match, 11-4. He's won on that. And Lorenzo Insigne to score at 16-1. He's very good, Craig. He's very good on the tips. Well done to Craig. Well done to Craig. So what do you think is going to happen in the second half, everybody? Italy had the game under complete control. That slight moment of indiscipline opens the gates back for Belgium. With the amount of talent that Belgium has, it can go anywhere now, says Sankit. I just think they need to settle down. I think they need to just settle down a little bit, Italy. You know, these things are going to happen. You're going to concede goals. Just calm down a little bit, you know. Plenty of time left. I think Italy looked the better team for the last half an hour and a half, but ultimately, we are where we are now. Just readdress. I do think that the interesting thing for me is the bench. I think Belgium have got more in their locker than... Sorry, I think Italy have got more in their locker than Belgium. Belgium's defence looks slow, and Italy have a lot of options off the bench, like we say. And... Italy, obviously that Kevin De Bruyne thing is the thing that would worry me the most. How much has he got in his locker? So I'm interested to see how it will go. The clock is still running. Yeah, sorry about that. Live for your toys, even though they make noise. Carisco is a good sub for Belgium. Spain-Switzerland shootout was a good watch, says Bam Bam. Yeah, I mean, look, it's been so fast-paced tonight. It's great to have the Euros back. I mean, 2 days without the Euros was crap, wasn't it? So it's nice to have it back. Blink and you'll miss it. Mark, has already happened. This has already happened to Chelsea. Reece James on Tierney last December. Most people said now penalty, except Arsenal fans, says Omar. It's all right. The thing is, a lot of people want Belgium to win. Everybody who's saying it's a penalty just wants Belgium to win, because if that was against Belgium, to those people they'd say no. And I always say this: I've got no problem if you want Belgium to win. You're going to say it's a penalty. If that happens tomorrow against England, I'll be there going it's a penalty. It's called rose-tinted glasses. You see what you want to see when it benefits your team. I get that. But the reality is there needs to be some accountability in football, because I think some of the decisions we're getting are shocking. And the consumer is the football fan. The consumer is the football fan. And where VAR doesn't work is if the referee gives the penalty and you disagree with it, you have to put up with it as human error. But where it pisses you off is when the referee gives it and then VAR still gives it, because then you're in the world of, right, you are ruining the consumer viewing for me because you are making football very inconsistent. And I think a lot of people said this about the handballs last year. Nobody really understands what a handball is anymore. And you can always, when we didn't have VAR, you just go, the referees are prats. But now we can't just blame it on the referee, because it gets checked by VAR, who has a rule book and backs them up. And then you're like, well, what is the fucking rule then? There's so much inconsistency with VAR. It's meant to provide clarity. The one thing that UEFA, FIFA, the FA do not do and have never done is that they do not cater for the consumer. They see you as a pawn in their game. You are basically there to make them money. They're in charge, not you. They don't think about the fan. The fan is the consumer. The fan is the person that makes football what it is. Football without the fans, as we've seen, is nothing. But the UEFA, FIFA, the FA, they don't think about that. They make the rules. We do what we want. They don't think about confusing the most important people in the world, which is you. Line up for tomorrow, Mark. Well, I'm going to do a preview in the morning. Belgium will come back with one idea goals. Belgium are going to play very offensive, says Sean, I guess. What player have you the most been impressed with so far, says Mary? I think De Bruyne looks fantastic tonight. I just don't know whether he's got to. I mean, De Bruyne's ankle looked very bad in that first game, in that game on Monday. So I just wonder with De Bruyne how long he's got left in this game. Because I predicted this one would go to extra time as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm not doing top 5 fullbacks now because we ain't going to have time. But we will do that tomorrow at half time. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're fast approaching 452,000, which is fantastic. We're on that road to 500,000 on this channel. Great to have you with us on the journey. Everybody's welcome on this channel as well. I love the debates that we have. Absolutely fantastic. I would like to see, I like to see it when people are disagreeing, because I think that just shows that that's what football's all about. But I also do think that, my main aim is always the consumer. My main focus is always the fans. And I think that, I do think whether you think that was a red card this afternoon or not, the fact that it's so divisive means that UEFA are doing something wrong, because there's no clarity. There's no clarity on handballs and everything like that, and I think that's where it's going wrong. Thanks, Stephen. He says, I love all your videos. Do check out my FIFA Rages reaction for the Pie Face edition on my channel. Really enjoyed that one. Mark, loving the latest content. Keep it up. Will there be another penalty shootout tonight, says Sean McKenna. I think that, and Himanshu says, Mark, I'm really impressed by what Mancini has done to Italy in this squad for 2 years. I'm very impressed with the way Italy play. Let's see what happens in the second half, though, because Belgium are going to have to go for it. And I think Italy have got goals in them as well. So let's see what happens. Could be a penalty going the other way. That's all I'm going to say. But I predicted this one would go to extra time. Although I predicted 2-0 to Italy, so I don't know how that works. But I predicted 2-0 to Italy. I'm going to stick with that, but which isn't going to happen. But I predict Italy will win it in normal time. But I do think because they're such, big favourite teams, we're going to lose a big team tonight. So I think, penalties could well be possible in this game. Anyway, second half has kicked off. Chris makes a good point. He says, don't you think Belgium have messed up their golden generation just like England did? I don't think Belgium's golden generation is golden anymore. I think it's gone a little bit rusty. I mean, they could still win the tournament. Of course they could. But I do think that their best chance of winning a tournament was probably the last World Cup. Maybe the Euros before that. And they got knocked out by Wales, didn't they? So they're all getting on a little bit now, aren't they? I mean, especially their defence. I don't think you can call them a golden generation anymore. I think most of the players were at their peak sort of compatibility, probably in the last World Cup. Belgium 4-2, big Rom for the hat-trick. It's coming home, and now you're going to believe his great content, Mark, says Andrew Lees. Here's Insigne on the left. I think we're going to see a lot of attacking in this game. It's been a nice hit. Chiesa! I tell you what, Chiesa can't half hit a ball. He's got such power in his shot. Himanshu says, look at Belgium's defence, that's not golden at all. That's what I'm talking about, though. The compatibility of the Belgium team was probably 3 years ago, because that defence is just too old for me now. Alex, can we all remember Alex tomorrow? He says, it's coming to the toilet. Ukraine will mop the floor. England have got no heart. You time me out for what? You're softer. Alex, we'll all remember you tomorrow. I'll actually even write your name down. I've wrote your name on my notes with a big star next to it. So you're going to get a massive shout out tomorrow. Insigne could have took a dive there, This is what you mean about honesty, though. Insigne stands on his feet there. If he'd have gone down off that little connection, he could have had a penalty. Cross comes in. That's got to be another corner. Yeah. Alex is in very big trouble, Reeds. He is. Oh, lovely play by Jorginho. Chiesa. He's over it, that surely. Yeah, I was going for a goal kick. I think Alex is probably an Arsenal fan as well. I'm currently watching the game on telly and on here as well, says Alian. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Cannot wait for tomorrow night. Yeah, I've got Craig on with me for the Denmark-Czech Republic game. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow night, England into their semi-final for the 4th time in my life. 1990, 96, 2018, and now 2021. It's coming home. Everybody seems to know the score. They've heard it all before. They just know this is sure that England's going to blow it away, going to throw it away. But I know they can play because I remember 3 lines on a shirt. Jules remain winning. If we lose tomorrow, we riot, says Matt. Jorginho is underrated and world class, says Mark Goldbridge. I mean, I don't know about that, but I think he is fantastic. I'd love him at United. Just think he does the job that United need. That shield in front of the back four who just plays the ball around. I think there are degrees of gold here. I mean, they are number 1 in the world. The French golden generation trumps the Belgian one in the same era, says Nick P. How are Belgium number 1 in the world? Do they just blast everybody in the qualifiers? Because I don't actually rate them that much. I mean, look, I rate them, but I wouldn't put them as number 1 in the world. Everyone seems to know the score. They've seen it all before. Of course, Fellaini was part of that golden generation. I can't believe they used to pick Fellaini. Look at that touch by Lukaku. Absolutely, that's Lukaku on toast. That is. That's Lukaku on a clip. He actually said on Twitter the other day. Somebody was criticising his first touch, and he says, "I don't think I'd be a professional footballer if I couldn't control the ball." Well, mate, I watched that 4 or 5 times a match for England, for United. Terrible pass. No, I know it was a pass, but what I'm saying is his first touch. Your first touch is still a pass, you prats. Do you know nothing about football? Like, your first touch can be a shot, it can be a pass, it can be control, but it just bounces off him. It's like such a simple pass to De Bruyne, and it just bounces off him like a bloody trampoline. After how awful the US system is, I defected fanship 2 years ago. St George's Cross just been delivered. English kit will be on tomorrow. Come on, says Riley Boyd. Thanks, everyone. Timberland boots. Well, he's got a goal, though, hasn't he? Of course, the golden boot is up for grabs for Lukaku. What is he on? Is he on 4 now? Chiesa. Ooh. How many goals has Lukaku got now? He's got 2, or has he got 3 or 4? Ross just said it could be an Italy-Denmark final. It could. He's got 4 now. So he's 1 away from Ronaldo. Thanks for letting me know. He'll be thinking about that, old Lukaku. If he gets a hat-trick, he's won the golden boot. Although Schick's still in it, isn't he? Lukaku. He's 1 behind. He's on the same amount of goals as Schick. And he's 1 behind Ronaldo. Ronaldo shouldn't win it, really, though, when you get knocked out in the last 16. I think golden boot winners, you want them to be somebody who goes deep into the tournament. Spain-Italy will be a very good game, Korstov, I think, but it's not set in stone yet. I would rather see Spain-Italy semi-final than Belgium-Spain. I don't like the way Belgium play. They've started doing it again. They're quite... Because they play 3 at the back and they're all bloody dinosaurs. They're just not pleasing on the eye team. A little bit like a lovely play by Doku, though. A little bit like Leicester. Defend well... Good midfielders and then pace in the front positions. Thanks, Brew Rio. Goldometer, Belgium. Druv makes a good point. If England didn't have Southgate in charge, I think everyone would expect them to win. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, Southgate's going to be here for the World Cup now. Just got to put up with it and hope. What spawns, says Peter Delaney. Links in the video description to download it. It is an organising app where you can organise events, send it out to people in your contact book. Works really well if you've got sports teams or you do five-a-side or any sports activities. It syncs in with your contact book, and like if you put it on WhatsApp, you don't know who's replied, you don't know who can do things or can't do things. So it's an event organising app. It's free to download, and over 1 million people have done it. So give it a try, see what you think. De Bruyne with the pass. Good clearance by I think that was Chiellini. Yeah. I'm Irish. I wouldn't mind England winning the Euros if you weren't such bad winners, says John. How do you know we're bad winners? We've never bloody won anything. Sterling for golden boot, says Ryan Yates. Well, yeah, he could do. He's got 3, hasn't he? I expect us to get at least 6 tomorrow against Ukraine. So it's fill your boots day, isn't it? That is a joke. That is a joke, by the way. Oh, good cross. Goes out for a corner to Belgium. I do feel a bit sorry for Belgium, though, because Eden Hazard is, whatever you think about him, he's arguably their best player, isn't he? TJC says, US system has been awful, but most of our best players are finally playing in difficult leagues, getting much braver and better, says TJC. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the States do in the next World Cup. I presume you're going to be in the next World Cup. Belgium have obviously told that Doku to just get out there and express himself. And he is. He's into the box again. He's causing them problems, mate. He's causing them real problems. I'll tell you what, if Liverpool are looking at him, you can see why. Good player, isn't he? Direct and quick, says Marvin AM. Yeah, he looks ready-made for the Prem, to be fair. Oh, it's a corner to Italy now. But England's gonna throw it away. We're gonna throw it away. And I remember on the shirt is coming to through my still grieving. Corner comes in. That'll go for a throw. What did you make of Zakaria in today's game? Thank you very much. Very good question. I wasn't born in 1966, but I know all about it, says John. Mate, I think any English person knows all about it. I mean, the great thing about winning the Euros, or basically anything, is that we would have to stop talking about 66 a little bit. Oh, that's a... Oh! I thought it was a pen. I really did think that was a penalty. Keep up the good work, Mark. Great content as always. I thought Zakaria played quite well. I like Zakaria. I do like Zakaria. I don't think it was a penalty. Ooh. I'm sort of looking at that and I'm thinking, how is that not a penalty? Oh my life. I'm just stunned by the at this point I'm stunned by I just don't understand how that's not a penalty on Jorginho. Like, this is what I mean about this is what I mean about being confused. Like, if the penalty is a penalty on Doku because that's the rules now, then and it's soft, how is it not a penalty for Jorginho when he actually gets fouled? I don't know. Whatever. You just, this is it. Just enjoy the match. That's what I say. Basically, the guy who said it in the first half is right. VAR is there just to back the referee up. It's not there to undermine it. If he says it's a penalty, they'll do everything they can to make sure it is. And if he says it's not a penalty, they'll do everything in their mind to make it not a penalty. It's the whole clear and obvious thing. I need to keep coming back to this. If they don't make a clear and obvious mistake, they won't overrule it one way or the other. That's basically what it is. But De Bruyne definitely fouled him. He didn't get anything of the ball and he fouled him. Now, did Jorginho simulate a little bit? Probably, but he definitely fouled him. Everyone seems to know the score. It's not a dive if there's contact, mate. You need to understand what simulation is. It's not a dive if there's contact. Honestly, I thought he tackled him, but the lack of a reaction, he must have just dived, says Keegan Murphy. How is that a penalty and not Doku's? Come on. Yeah, well, let's move on. Let's move on very, very quickly because we don't want to upset the Belgian fans who basically anything that could be a penalty for Italy is a dive, and any touch on a Belgian player is a clear penalty. We've clearly got some Belgianistas in the chat today, so we've got to be very, very careful that we don't upset them too much because they're already losing anyway. So we just got to be very careful about this Belgium lot who really want Belgium to win. You know, let's respect the Belgium lot. They really want Belgium to win for some reason. So, you know, we're not going to get a fair and equal conversation, are we? De Bruyne, I tell you what, arguably been the best player on the pitch. And does not look like he's carrying an injury to me. Oh, here we go. Doku got some space to run into. Mr. Tumble. De Bruyne, he won't miss that. Lukaku! Oh, on the back post. What a miss by Lukaku. Lovely play. Absolutely lovely play. Or as Spinazzola blocked it. I don't know what happens here. Doku, direct. De Bruyne with the cross to the back post. Oh, it's Spinazzola blocks it. Oh, it's world class. Blocks it with his leg. And Lukaku misses the follow-up. Oh, I thought he'd hit the post. That should have been 2-2. Spinazzola, man of the tournament. Magnificent. What a ball. Immobile, terrible first touch. He's had a bad game, Immobile. What have they got on the bench? Belotti. Good game, though. I tell you what, it's been a good game, though, hasn't it? It has been a good game. It's gone end to end. There's been a lot of space in it. A lot of space for... Oh, terrible mistake there. Insigne again into the box. Heavy touch. It's a game where I think there might be another penalty in this. We need a goal. We need a goal. We can't finish 2-1. We need a goal. Extra time for the Bants. That would have given Lukaku joint level with the Golden Boot as well. I'd like to see it again. I've only ever looked at the block. Should he score? Oh, yeah. It's basically an open goal. He's just angled it back. He should have just gone firm. He's not right. He's left-footed though, isn't he, Lukaku? On his weaker right foot. If he taps it in straight, it's a goal. Good block, but shouldn't be given the opportunity, really. Verratti. Look at the way they play. Barella. Chiesa. Oh, lovely play there. Cleared away by Belgium. Some lovely play from both sides here. The football from Italy is magnificent at times. And then you've got De Bruyne pulling the strings and Doku. Into the box again, Verratti. Jorginho. Insigne. Timo Lukaku, says Travis. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, we've got both games tomorrow. England will be massive. We have got the Fan Park stream as well. So we all stuck in position. So, he's going to a foul. Very lucky. Bit lucky there. I feel for De Bruyne there. I don't think that was a foul. Ref's been a bit shit, hasn't he? Let's be honest. I think it was Chiellini. No, it's Bonucci gets caught in possession. And De Bruyne does foul him, to be fair. But Doku and De Bruyne would have been running against Chiellini there. It was a foul. Fanta Pants caught him. I think I tweeted it earlier. I think Doku is Premier League ready, isn't he? He looks perfect for the Prem. Yeah, they've still got good subs to make. Oh, you've got to win that tackle. There we go. They've got good subs to make, Italy. You know, they can basically change their front three. They've got Berardi, Bernardeschi, Belotti as their front three options. They've obviously got Locatelli who can come on in the midfielder. The lad who scored in the last game, was it Piscini as well? Lord, look at that takedown by Insigne there. Lovely ball by Jorginho, and then he hits a lovely ball in. Oh, that would have been a bloody brilliant goal. And it's Spinazzola as well. That deserved a goal. What a goal that would have been. Lovely ball by Jorginho. Insigne puts in a delightful cross. And if Spinazzola volleys that in, that's probably the team goal of the tournament. Unbelievable. Probably should have scored. Magnificent play. Should have done better. I'd like to see it back again. It was fantastic. It was really good football. Mertens is coming on. Maybe Doku. Di Natale, Di Lorenzo. Di Natale don't play for Italy anymore. Spinazzola, why is he playing as a striker? That's just what he does. He really does attack from the left-hand side. They sort of switch and become a back three on the attack. It's a very adaptive system. I'll be drinking a few of them tomorrow night. You can join me on the stream. Celebration Bridge. Here they come away, Belgium again. This could be dangerous. It could be dangerous. No, De Bruyne can't tackle there. Still 23 minutes to go. It's been a cracking game. Here's Insigne into Immobile, who I would take off. Another foul on Doku there. Archie Wall says Immobile's been poor. I agree. I think he has been poor. Well, that goal by Insigne was delightful. Look, oh no, I thought that was a goal. It's another shot. So Mertens comes on for Tielemans. Is that Chadley? And Doku is coming on for got to go more attacking, haven't they? Who is it? Chadley for Meunier. Where does he play now, Chadley? He was shit at Spurs. What tell us before you come on, Chadley. What have you been doing with yourself? Well, I left Spurs and I went to be a driver for Tesco delivering food, and then Roberto Martinez rang me up and said, "Do you fancy being part of the squad?" And I thought, you know what, Vermaelen's here, why not? Why does Vermaelen still play when they have Dendoncker, Boyata and Denier on the bench? Just Gary Brown. I don't know, but this is a chance for Belgium. Mertens. Chadley. Lukaku. Oh, my life. They should have scored there again. It wasn't an easy chance for Lukaku, but Chadley probably should have scored. You feel that goldometer for Belgium is moving up towards 70%. They're getting closer and closer. You wonder when Italy are going to make any sense. Why? I wonder. Oh, Lukaku should have scored. Bloody hell, it was right on his head. Watch this. Oh, he's got to score that. Why has he not scored that? I don't know. It's like he's moving his head out the way, trying not to score an OG. If you slip him in. Oh, you greedy shit. Who's that? Is that Immobile again? Oh, he's fucking wank. He's absolutely useless. Why does he not slip Insigne in? Like, what is he doing? Greedy. He's done it again. He's fell over the floor now. Oh, he's crap. He's absolutely shit today. He's not at it at all. Oh, he's just rubbish, isn't he? I like him, Mobley, but he's been crap all game. Get him off. Chadley's injured. Oh no, it's frothed everywhere. That's the bad thing about Corona. It froths up big time. Cheeky bastard. I'll sort you out later. I'm really looking forward to the England game. England-Italy final. It'll be a great final. This is Perek Class. And Mark, thank you for all your great content, both here on the United Stand. Yeah, we're live on the United Stand at 10 o'clock if this doesn't go to extra time. Twitch is back tomorrow. I can't believe Chadley's come on. The reason I'm not laughing about Chadley being injured, by the way, what I'm laughing about is that he came on. I couldn't believe it was him. We didn't even know he still played football. He comes on. He has a chance. He gets injured. Mark Dobby, thanks for the super chat. I like a bit of lime in my Corona beer. Yes, Stuart, yeah. Yeah, I think it was a bit high for Lukaku, actually. The angle looked a bit bad. I think Chadley is coming off. At least he can make 5 subs. Oh, couple of subs here for Italy. They've got to take off Immobile. He's shit. It's not Locatelli coming on, though. Pratt's coming on now. What a Pratt. It's heaven sent for him to miss a chance. Dennis Pratt is on. Chadley literally came on. You can't laugh. He came on for 2 minutes and then he's come off. Oh, Verratti's coming off. I suppose with Verratti, though, he's only just coming back from injury, isn't he? It is a very frothy beer, that. You can't laugh about people getting injured. It's not fair. Here he comes off. Immobile. Yeah, you've been shite, mate. I know you've put a shift in, but you've been absolutely shit. And Belotti comes on. Come on, Belotti. I like Belotti. United were linked to him a few years ago. Torino. All the way, Torino. Jim White, Sky Sports News. Nasser Chadley injured in the warm-up. No, not in the warm-up. Sky Sports News, Jim White. He came on for 2 minutes and was substituted after missing a sitter. Unlucky Nasser. Anyway, back to me and my yellow tie. De Bruyne, good tackle. Lukaku! Blocked. Scooby-Doo. $15 minutes to go. Nice switch of the play. Oh, look at their pay. Oh, he's fell over. He would have been in then. Oh, another injury here. They're all dropping. Spinazzola. No, not Spinazzola. He's injured. Not Spinazzola. Player of the tournament. Taking a tumble here. Oh, no. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see... They've got Emerson, but I think he's been fantastic. Well, we've got an injury here. Oh, that's gutting. Absolutely gutting. He's crying as well. Oh, God. That is so horrible to see. I mean, look, it's not... We're not talking what happened with Christian Eriksen. That was life-threatening, and that's always going to be very different. But when you've got a player in a tournament that, for me, I've consistently said this. If you've been watching me on Twitch, on my Euro Twitch chats and on here, we've been talking about, you know, player of the tournament. He's my player of the tournament, Spinazzola. I've said it week after week. He is my player of the tournament. He's been absolutely fantastic. And he's a massive loss to Italy if he's injured, says Morn. Well, to me, that looks like an injury that keeps him out of the tournament now. Berardi comes on for Insigne. Chiesa goes to the left. Emerson will come on at left back. Welcome to Members Club, by the way, John Crilly. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. But yeah, that's horrible. He's been such a good player. Such a good player in this tournament. And yeah, I think that's his tournament over. He's crying. And you know what? As a competitive sportsman, when you know you're playing well and you know you're part of something big, and then you do an injury like that you know is going to keep you out of the rest of the tournament, it's horrible. He's on a stretcher, so he's crying on a stretcher. I think there's absolutely no chance he's going to be back. Locatelli's not been picked today. And he's not been used either. So it's the quality that Mancini's got, though. Real quality in the team. He's going to be out for a while with that injury, I think. Yeah, Archie Wall says. Sad to see, though. It's always the good ones, isn't it? You know, it's always Spinazzola's a player that we all know from this tournament has been Italy's best player. I know, you know what he's done? He's knocked it past the Belgian defender. And he's got the beating of him. And as he started sprinting, he's lost his footing. And that's led to the injury. Ten minutes to go. I think there's something else to happen in this. I think Italy will now quite rightly start to sit back. But Belgium, they've had chances. That bounces over Doku. Yeah, England, Ukraine tonight, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Join in for that. We'll also have Denmark, Czech Republic. It's a bit of a weird one for me as an England fan, really, because watching the Denmark-Czech Republic game will be very interesting as a scouting mission to see who we're going to get in the semi-final. But of course, we won't even be in the semi-final then. I mean, look, people are saying, why is Locatelli not playing? Jorginho is a massive part of this Italian team. Verratti is obviously fantastic. And Barella is magnificent as well. It's a foul on Emerson there. But Belgium might be getting a taste of their own medicine here. You know, this is a little bit how Portugal went out. You know, Portugal did have chances. They didn't take them. Score prediction for tomorrow's game. I think Denmark will be too good for Czech Republic. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes to extra time. I don't want extra time in that game. I want to have a good build-up to the England game. I don't like the way they have 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock kickoffs, because if it goes to extra time, there's no time to prepare for the next game. So I would like to see that game resolved in 90 minutes tomorrow. But I'll be very surprised if we get 3 games that get resolved in 90 minutes. I think England's Ukraine should get done in 90 minutes. I mean, the worst thing that can happen to England is if Ukraine score first. Denmark, Czech Republic has probably got extra time written all over it, but because Czech Republic will fancy their chances in that game. Lovely ball by Lukaku. What a flick by Lukaku. Back post here. Should have crossed it first time. Should have crossed that first time. Witsel should have crossed that first time. And my Euro chat is back tomorrow night at 11 o'clock on Twitch. No doubt I'll be a little bit drunk if England have won. So I will be. One way or another. I'll be bloody pissed off if we don't win. I'll have to go into hibernation. I'll get absolutely pelted. Yeah, Witsel should have crossed that in first time. De Bruyne. Plenty of time still for Belgium here. Here's Doku. Into the space. And again. And again. Oh, he deserved a goal there. Wonderful play. And he shoots over the bar. There'll be a lot of people looking at him and going, I wouldn't mind him at my club. Lovely play. Imagine if he'd scored that, that would have been contender. And he wasn't even far away. I think Doku's probably been the Belgian man of the match. I thought De Bruyne started the game well. Maybe he's starting to feel that injury a little bit more. But Doku's been fantastic. Won him the penalty as well. Dodgy penalty, but he won it. And he's played very well second half. Lots of love in the live chat for Doku. Yeah, United stand at 10 o'clock. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Jordan, thanks for the super chat, Jordan. Five minutes to go. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only 300 away from 453,000. So thanks, everyone, for getting involved with the channel. There'll be a preview going up in the morning for the England game, by the way. And then we'll have Czech Republic, Denmark at 5 o'clock kickoff. And then, obviously, it's the big one. We'll have the fan park in the corner. I can't wait. I love the England watch-alongs with the fan park and you. It's very interactive. I'm very excited. I can't wait. But we might still have a sting in the tail here. He'll take the corner, will he? No, he'll whip it in. Good header away. And by Berardi. Doku. Into the box. Once, well, he could have gone down there. He could have gone down there. That's a free kick. Just get the ball to Doku. He's having, you know, he actually is. I mean, maybe this will be the one game he does it in his life, but what I would say is get the ball to Doku. Toby Mark says, I like this Doku. I want him at Chelsea. Apparently Liverpool are after him. I tell you what, if you got him under a decent coach, he'd... I don't know how old he is. Let's have a look. Daka is at Leicester, so he's only 19, and he's only just 19 as well. 19 in May. Yeah, he's a talent. He's a player. You get him in at Liverpool or something like that, or Man City. You know, imagine what Pep could do for him. He's like a quicker Sterling, isn't he? I wouldn't want to play Belgium in the final. I'd lose if we lost. If we lose, I'd lose it if we lost, and all the players are stood laughing and joking with their club teammates. Says Mark Dobby. Yeah, I don't want to play Belgium in the final if we get to the final, because I just think that they're too familiar with the Premier League. He's what Sterling used to be. I don't think Sterling was ever that fast though. He's ridiculously fast on the ball. I do see similarities with Sterling, definitely, but a good takedown by Lukaku. Here he is again. De Bruyne, they're going to need to produce something, and they're not going to produce it like that. But Belgium have got a lot of the ball. Hi Mark, first super chat. Do you think England can bring the Euros home this year? Says Bacon Boiling Gaming. Can I just say this to you, mate? It's coming home. I'm a little bit less confident than I was before. But I still think, yeah, we'll win. We'll beat Ukraine. There's De Bruyne. Whips the cross in. Chiellini is given a free kick to De Bruyne in a good position. He's given it in a very good position for De Bruyne. Bit of a dive as well. I don't think that was a foul on Belotti by Witsel. I don't think he saw what he was doing. It's a free kick for De Bruyne in a good position. Sahil says De Bruyne needs to get subbed off. He's having a crap game. I don't think Donnarumma can be beaten from here. I think he's got to cross this. Too far out. He's going to cross it 100%. Or is he going to have a little look at the shot? He might try a shot, you know. He went for the shot. He's going to book Belotti. No, it's not Belotti. It's Berardi. De Bruyne went for the shot there, though. So get the free kick again because he closed it down. I've got a bad history with free kicks being taken twice. Ronald Koeman, 1993, against the Dutch. He scored it. 5 minutes added on. Chiesa comes off. Is it Bernardeschi coming on or is it a defender coming on? Oh, he's Toloi. It's risky if you don't score. It's risky if it goes to extra time. Matthew Harvey says he'll score this one now. I think he'll cross this one, won't he, now? Belgian players can't go early. It's a nice cross. Donnarumma, that'll be a foul. That's a foul. It's all about time wasting now. Look how quick Donnarumma is off his line here. Catches the ball. To be fair, it's more of a Chiellini foul, to be honest. People are actually shouting for a penalty in the chat. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Bet Sancho starts for England now. He's signed, says Ethan Foster. Doubt it. I don't think so. Donnarumma's milking it now. His goalkeeping gloves are amazing, aren't they? They've got like scales on them. They're like you remember the old Predator boots? I always think about that. Like, remember them Predator boots? If you're old enough, Adidas Predator boots. They had like these bits of rubber on the top, and they were like really popular for ages. And then you don't really see any boots with that on anymore. They're Predator gloves apparently, and his boots have got Predator bits on as well. Look, you can see he actually does wear. You don't really see many boots with those, you know, grooves on now. I don't know why they keep showing that again. So we're going to get a little bit more time now. It's not a penalty, don't worry. It's just the Belgianistas trying to win a penalty again. Because at the moment, they're in trouble. Chiellini, bad clearance. Oh, another foul. Lots of fouls now. Italians taking their time. You can't, mate. The trouble is, if you keep diving, it keeps adding time on. Vertonghen not happy. Here's Doku again. He wins the foul. Time is running down. I'd still say there's probably about another 4 minutes. David says Belgium did the same to Portugal, so take it. Long ball again. Keeper's going to get that. Donnarumma takes it into his hands. Has it been a good game, says Matt? I thought the first half was good. I mean, it was 2-1 at half time. The second half's been not as good. De Bruyne looks like his painkillers are wearing off now. You can see the hobble that you couldn't see in the first half. Yeah, look, if Lukaku scores that tap in, it's a different story, isn't it? You know. But I think, you know, to be fair, two good teams going up against each other. I was very excited about this game, and to be fair, I would say that both of them, it's been a good game. I think that it could easily have been a boring 0-0. And they've both, you know, it's been quite an open game. I've quite enjoyed it. So, yeah, I don't think it's been a bad game. I'd like to have seen some goals in the second half. But we're into stoppage time now. We've had the full 5 minutes, but there's probably going to be another couple of minutes, I think. Belgium are just going to have to launch this. Hazard probably wouldn't have been involved anyway, I don't think, even if they got through. Good header again. And again. And she just blasts it away. And Belotti does the job. It's a throw into Belgium. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Zrex says he's nervous and he doesn't know why. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. Bottom right hand corner to do that. And a big shout out to Spond. You can download that and give it a try. Free app organising app. Belgium, they've got to launch this. They've got to launch it. Is Witsel. He's got to launch that. He does. Back post. Daku. And he's got through one. He's going to have to hit it. He doesn't hit it. He gives it to Alderweireld. Cross. Oh, clears it away for a corner. 96.5 minutes. There's still time for the corner here. It's not over. Corner for Belgium. Courtois is up. We've seen goalkeepers score before. Belgium, please, says IK. Goes out. Donnarumma thinks that'll be it. Donnarumma thinks that's it. It's not over yet. Still a goal kick to go. Belgium heading out. Italy heading through to the semi-finals for a game against Spain. And he's blown it! Well done. Well done. Even the ref's cheating penalty cannot deprive Italy. They go through 2-1 and they will play Spain in what absolutely looks like a fantastic semi-final on paper. Belgium go out. Lukaku doesn't level up with Ronaldo. He sticks on 4 goals. Belgium get out of the tournament. Italy, Spain go through into the semi-final. Belgium go home with Switzerland. And that is a fantastic performance. Lovely stuff. Unlucky for De Bruyne, unlucky for Doku. I thought they played quite well. But Italy go through, Belgium go out. Good game. Ultimately, I just think Italy were the better side, and that's what happened. I mean, look, having said that, if Lukaku scores that tap-in, he'll be having nightmares about that tonight. And I think that ultimately that's the problem with Lukaku. There's no doubt that Lukaku's a top-class striker, but having had him at Manchester United, I just don't... You know, it sounds really weird to say this about Lukaku. He's definitely a top-class striker, but I just don't trust him. I never trusted him for United. He's got a bad touch in front of him. He's got a bad miss. Mancini, I worry about Italy. Look at him. They've got a united group. They're looking for this, Italy. They're looking to win this whole bloody thing. I'm starting to not like Italy as much now because I've got to start thinking about this. But Italy, England, what a final that could be. But Spain are in the way now. Denmark are in the way. Czech Republic are in the way. Ukraine are in the way. But we're through. We're through. Italy are through. England tomorrow against Ukraine. That's what's next. Right, we're live on the United Stand in 2 minutes. So check out United Stand. Italy go through. Belgium go home. I'd be looking at Lukaku if you wanted Belgium to win. He missed an absolute sitter. But Italy go through 2-1. And thanks everyone for watching. It's been an interesting day. We lose Switzerland to penalties. Spain go through. We lose Belgium 2-1. Italy go through. Make sure you smash a like on the video. We're back again tomorrow. And United Stand starting at 10 o'clock. So we'll see you on there. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all in a bit. Take care.